respondents are all of these developments. Let's begin with.
Hi, Tommy. Hi, baby. No, that's a bus. And then the 16 and then the but you got a 31. Right? Okay, so yeah. Where do you want to do it?
05, huh? 058.
You got on it now. Basically, yeah. That's what I'm doing in bed. My password is not. Yeah, but they only give you that, and then when you go, you have to express it. Okay? Yeah. So you haven't done that. Yeah.
Greetings all.
Well, no, hello, baby. She went underneath my bed and broke a bit of my eyebrow pencil.
Greetings. Just gonna mute you. Anyone who wants to unmute and ask a question, feel free. Greetings, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome, Pauline.
Good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Hello, everyone.
Greetings, greetings. We got the people in the chat. Welcome, welcome.
Greetings.
Greetings, greetings.
Yeah, greetings, Brother Leon.
Yes, Brother Charles. I'm glad you're here, by the way.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be having to drive soon, but I'll be listening. And you and I will have to link tomorrow.
Oh, most definitely, bro. Most definitely.
Yeah.
I want to try and pick up some Moringa oil off you because that's what I'm going to be talking about today, by the way.
All right, no problem, my brother.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm in tune. I'm gonna have to drive, but I'm in tune.
All right. Respect.
All right, brother. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yes, so welcome all. Welcome, welcome. If this is your first time joining the Q&A, I know we've had a couple people join the course, so welcome if you're new to the course. I hope you're enjoying the content from the course. And if there's any questions that you have with regards to the content on the course, please let me know in this, even though I'm starting to theme these Q&As. So today I'm going to be talking about eye health, but you know, the people who have done these Q&As before, you know, it's all about you guys. So it's all about you guys asking questions, like I feed off of the questions. So today's about eye health, but it can be about anything. It's a Q&A, so you can ask questions about any part of health. So even if it's not to do with the eyes, you can ask questions. However, this is particularly about eye health, and it's a very important one, especially if you have children. And not even just if you have children, like the fact of the matter is it's going to be affecting everyone from here on out. And what is the main reason why it's going to be affecting everyone? Well, things have changed this year. So was there a presentation on eye health? This is it. Well, not a presentation. This is just the Q&A, yeah? So this Q&A is going to be specifically on eye health, but you guys can ask questions on anything to do with health. But if anyone has any eye issues or things to do with their children's eyes, this is the one where you ask those questions. And no question is a bad question. I know sometimes each week people ask me privately. You can ask me private questions if you want, and then I can respond by type in or if you want me to respond to everyone. But yeah, eyes are very important, not just for us, but for our children as well. So today's one is going to be about eye health. And why is it so important now? Because of what happened this year. So at the beginning of this year, everyone was just living their lives, and then something happened and we all had to stay at home. And when we all were at home, we were forced to take in information in a different way. And I say forced, it doesn't mean that we had to choose that way, but it's either you're in your home and you're just reading a book or, you know, gardening or whatever, or you're taking in information through this or this or your laptop. That's the way we're starting to take in information, and not just us, children as well. So how many of you started to homeschool whilst your children were at home for 4 months? How many parents started to do homeschooling? And part of that homeschooling, I'm only guessing, part of that homeschooling was online learning. So a lot of people started to use Zoom to do lessons. Some people were just using YouTube and learning through YouTube, but the eye health thing is going to be important because now we're on these things even more. Yeah, gonna cover that. This is working from home. Yes, a lot of people who have been working from home, what are they doing? They're literally in front of a computer screen the whole day. That's their job. What's the best drink for our eyes, especially in our 40s and 50s? Good question. Yep, gonna answer that. The blue in the eyes, gonna answer that. What do you recommend for the various stages of glaucoma? Okay. All right. Before we start getting specific, let's just start general. Let's just start general. So, generally speaking, let's go with just eyes now. Someone in the group said that since working from home, their eyes have deteriorated. You might have found this for yourself, like just being in front of a computer screen, you start getting little headaches, little migraine headaches and that sort of stuff, just being on either a laptop or a computer or your phone for too long, yeah? Why is that? Because of the light that is getting emitted from these things, yeah? Now, remember, light comes from sunlight, and we can't actually see sunlight. What we do see is colors, yeah? So you know that from the electromagnetic spectrum, people that have done the course, you know that. The electromagnetic spectrum represents all the vibrational frequencies in the universe, but the only ones we can see with our naked eye is Roy G. Biv: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. The red and the orange, it's probably best I show this. Let me see if I can share my screen. If I go to here, electromagnetic spectrum, go to images. Is this a good enough one? Nice. All right, so, oops. Everyone can see that these are the light frequencies of the known universe. Cosmic rays. Remember, when it says rays, that means radiation. Radiation is light. So cosmic rays. Look at what it says. The shorter wavelengths are at one end, the longer wavelengths are at another end. The shorter wavelengths just represents higher frequency. So you've got your gamma rays, your X-rays, your ultraviolet, then you've got the darker colors, then infrared, microwave, then you've got the lower frequency. So infrared is a lower frequency. Microwave is a lower frequency. Radio waves is a very low frequency. That's the reason why we have to use amplifiers to amplify the sound when we're using radios. So we got high frequencies and low frequencies. Now the frequency that these things emit is blue light, but not blue light from the sun. This is artificial blue light. Now, where does blue light fall? Blue light is closer to the higher frequencies, the shorter wavelengths, because it would be here. So that's very high frequencies we're getting through these things. Very high frequencies, yeah? Now, the sun emits blue light as well. So is the blue light from the sun dangerous? Well, I wouldn't tell someone to just look up directly at the sun. But the thing is, with the blue light from the sun, it activates certain things in our body. So during the day, it will activate serotonin, which is what we need to feel happy, to feel active, that sort of stuff, yeah? However, if it's getting activated at night, it can affect our sleep, it can affect our eyes, it can affect our hormones. And a lot of us, we're on these things at night. So this is going to affect us. Now, let's just do a little bit of research. If I was to type in children's eyesight getting worse. Let's see what it says. First result. Children's eyesight is getting worse, and it's a fact. The latest evidence shows that short-sightedness has increased from 20 to 40% of the population in the last 25 years. 40%. That's nearly half of us, half the children have got what they call progressive myopia, which is short-sightedness. This is the NHS, short-sightedness, myopia. They talk about the causes, the diagnostics, and the treatment. So cause, signs that your child may be short-sighted, needing to sit near the front of the class at school, sitting close to the TV, complaining of headaches and tired eyes, regularly rubbing the eyes. What causes short-sightedness? Usually occurs when the eyes grow slightly too long. This means that the light doesn't focus on the light-sensitive tissue, the retina at the back of the eye properly. It is not clear exactly why this happens. Now, people who have been following me, you know, alarm bells ring when I hear things like this. It is not clear. In other words, the experts aren't sure why this is happening. Everyone's going blind, but they're not sure why. And then it says treatment, yeah? Now here's what you need to understand when it comes to light. The blue light and all of the light that we get from the electromagnetic spectrum, if we're getting this from the sun is a nutrient. So our eyes, because our eyes have pigment in them, our eyes are absorbing these nutrients, yeah? So remember last week we talked about foods that we need to eat, and they have to have pigments in it, like antioxidants. Antioxidants are pigments. They won't tell you that, but antioxidants are pigments. So if you want to get antioxidants, you've got to look for pigments. What type of pigments? These type of pigments. Foods with these colors. The higher frequency is going to be higher in pigments, higher in antioxidants. The lower frequency is lower, but these are where you get your antioxidants. This is color to your eye, yeah? And the sun radiates all of this. So when we're talking about we need a balanced diet of all colors, we need a balanced diet of light as well. That's what we get from the sun. So this is a nutrient. So guess what would help with eyesight? Nutrients from the sun. This. Let's see what the experts say. Treatments for short-sightedness. Main treatments are corrective lenses, such as glasses or contact lenses to help the eyes focus on distant objects. Laser eye surgery to alter the shape of the eye. This isn't usually available on the NHS and shouldn't be carried out on children whose eyes are still developing. Artificial lens implants. So again, the experts aren't sure why, but here's the solutions. Surgery, implants, corrective lenses, yeah? And again, I'm hoping that the people that have done the course, if you go over it again, especially some of those earlier lessons where I talked about the universe being electromagnetic, I guarantee you the first time you watched it, it didn't make sense, but you start to watch those earlier lessons over again, hopefully this starts to make sense. This is nutrition for your eyes. This is color for your eyes. And your eyes, just like your body, needs a wide variety of color. And where do we get the wide variety of color for our body? Through the fruits and vegetables that we eat. Where do we get the wide variety of color through our eyes? From sunlight. And then the different portions of sunlight. So you've got the morning portion. Then you've got the what you would call the blue light portion, which is basically between 10 and 2. That's when the sun is at its brightest. Then it kind of, then you've got the evening portion. Each part of that is very important. Now, for the people who, for whatever reason, the sun is a bit too much, obviously I wouldn't say directly look at the sun. That might damage your eyes if your eyes are weak. You got to think of your eyes as muscles. After visiting my optician, they said I've done well to reach 50 without the need for reading EDU work. They say by 40 you will need reading glasses. So you look at that. They're telling people that the norm is glasses, especially after 40. The norm is glasses. This is what they're letting everyone know, yeah? I've been battling glaucoma for 20 years and it's getting worse. I've lost the sight in my left eye. I really need help with this. I'm only 39. All right, we're gonna go through a lot of nutrients, well, not a lot, the main nutrients that you need for your eyes, the main nutrients, but I'm hoping that what I'm saying is making sense. Your eyes need sunlight and the wide variety of the colors that we get from the sunlight, yeah? Now, remember what we said last week with regards to foods. The different color foods represents these different color frequencies. But for the people that have done the course, remember, when you look at something in nature, let's say you're looking at a red apple, the reason why it's red is because it's absorbing all of these frequencies and reflecting red. So when we see a red color in nature, that's what's not being absorbed. I hope that makes sense. That's what's not being absorbed. So when you're seeing a red color, you're actually consuming all of these pigments. This is what you're absorbing. This is what you're eating. I have 43. I have a blue ring around my eyes. I noticed it about 8 years ago. I can see well. Okay. All right, for the people that, because this is like quite a few people have private messaged me about the blue ring. The blue ring is your eyes losing melanin. And we're gonna go over that, your eyes losing melanin. Black, brown, once it starts to lose. Because remember, from the course, if a pigment can absorb, or if we've got a pigment and it absorbs the blue light, it absorbs the blue light and it absorbs the red light, it's going to reflect green. If it can only absorb blue and red, it will reflect green, yeah? So when we see green, that means it's absorbing blue and red. What happens when we see black? What is it absorbing?
All the colors.
All of the colors. Because if you absorb all of these, and I always tell people, try this as an experiment, get some paint in all of these colors and then mix them all together, it will come out black. That means if all of that paint is black, you start stripping that paint of certain colors, it will start to change to one of these colors. So if we're starting to see blue, yeah, it's because some of these colors are starting to not be part of the eye, yeah? Or the eye's getting damaged in some way and it's not being able to absorb all of the frequencies. It's losing. If it can't absorb all of them, you're gonna see the blue. Now I'm gonna tell you exactly why it's blue a little bit later, but prescription, try it. I have to come off the medication. All right, so for anyone who's on medication, this information will help you, but like I always say, I am not an expert, so please don't come off the medication because of me or whatever, but the information in this lesson will help you with regards to eye health, and hopefully you'll use it to hopefully slowly come off of whatever medication you're on. Because the eye health is so important to our hormones. When our eyes absorb this, it activates our pineal gland to release serotonin during the day. At night, your body converts that serotonin to melatonin. Melatonin's job, it does so much for us at night. But if we're trying to heal, our body from anything, we need melatonin. That means we need serotonin. That means we need sunlight. Yeah. But what do they tell us? Again, they tell us, we're not sure why you're losing sight, but you know, here's the solution: surgery, implants, corrective lenses. This is the common theme when it comes to experts. They're never sure. And this is with everyone, but especially when it comes to us. So if I just, let me go back to Google and type Black people eye health. Let me see this one. See, look at this now. This is why I feel like we all need to really start learning science, because just using common sense, yeah, if black absorbs or melanin absorbs all light, yeah, and then you look at the different types of eye colors there are in human beings, who, just using common sense and logic, who should have the strongest eyes or strongest eyesight?
Black people.
Black people should have the strongest eyes and strongest eyesight because we've got the melanin, we've got the pigment that absorbs all of the frequencies. But then we go online and they say things like this: African Americans are at a higher risk for some eye diseases, including cataracts, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy. Now, this is an interesting one. Diabetic. What has diabetes got to do with our eyes? Some people who have diabetes start to lose their eyesight. Does anyone know why?
Is it because the cells in the eye allow glucose in?
Close. Anyone else?
A reduction of the blood supply.
Reduction.
Blood supply.
Yeah. Small blood vessels. Yeah, we need to remember that opticians are a business. Yeah. All right. Let me tell you, because again, this is something that the experts won't tell you. Yeah. Your eye has a combination of pigments and nutrients. Lots and lots of nutrients are stored in your eye. Yeah. One of the main nutrients that is stored in your eye is a nutrient called, let me share it in the group, chromium. Chromium. Is that, I think I've spelled it right. Chromium, yeah? Now, for the people that have been following me for a while, you know I like to break down words. Does anyone know what the prefix chrome means? If something says chrome something, what does the chrome mean? Does anyone know? Let me check it.
I'm thinking of the word chromosome, but I don't even know what that is.
Look, yeah, so you'll hear chromosome or chromoplast, chromatic. The prefix chrome means color. The quality of the color determined by its intensity and purity. Chromatic, yeah? Google Chrome. Google Chrome is to do with color, light, yeah? So if we, the mineral chromium helps us to absorb a lot of light. The mineral chromium also helps us digest sugar. So it helps with our pancreas, yeah? Chromium. But if we're not getting chromium in our diet, the same way we're not getting calcium, if we're not getting calcium in our diet and our body needs calcium, where does it start to take the calcium from?
Everywhere else it can.
Where's the main place to get calcium in your body?
Your bones.
Your bones. All right, so if you're not eating the right amount of calcium and your body needs calcium, your body's gonna take calcium from your bones, yeah? Same with chromium. Chromium is stored in a large amount, guess where?
The eyes.
The eyes. Chromium is stored in a large amount in the eyes. So if your body's not getting chromium or your pancreas is under stress because you've got type 2 diabetes, guess what the body's gonna say? Hey, this pancreas needs help. We need some chromium. Where should we get the chromium from? Your eyes. Stop. Take out the chromium out of your eyes to deal with all of that blood sugar, to deal with your pancreas, and now all of a sudden you're starting to lose your eyes. So when they say things like this now, hopefully it makes sense. African Americans are at a higher risk of some eye diseases, cataracts, glaucoma, and diabetic retinopathy. That third one is simply because we're at a higher risk of type 2 diabetes, and that's going to affect our eye health. Many of these diseases don't have symptoms at first and can cause vision loss or blindness if they're not treated. And then it doesn't say why this is happening. Okay, so these experts who go to school for however many years, I'm talking university, study, they can't tell us why we're losing our eyesight. When just a simple toddler will just say, well, light is going to affect the eyes, yeah? So this is what's affecting us, blue light. And how much is it affecting us? Well, let's see. Let's type in, instead of black people eye health, let's type in black children eye health. Or let's just put children then. Children eye health plus blue light. All right, so this one says blue light and your eyes. Sunlight is made up of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet light. Children's eyes absorb more blue light than adults from digital device screens. So that means children are more at risk from their eyes being damaged from this stuff. Like you can see the blue light just in can you see it on the wall and that? You can see it coming from my screen, the blue light, and children's eyes are more at risk. So how do kids blue light glasses? So you could potentially look for blue light glasses to protect your children's eyes, or just think about screen time, just cutting down their screen time. But that's going to affect children. And obviously children's eyes are still developing. So if they're getting this blue light, it's going to affect them more. Now, I found a good video that kind of explains it. And before I show you the video, just to explain the nutrients in the eye. So we talked about chromium and pigments as well. Now, there are pigments in your eye that, again, we get our pigments from fruits and vegetables. You can't get pigments from anything else. It's not just color. Anything that has color is pigment. This is a gray top. It's not a pigment. It's not absorbing anything. You need to get your pigments from plants, from fruits and vegetables. And those pigments are going to help with your eyesight because your eyes have specific pigments. Now, we all know about the melanin in our eyes, but there's other pigments as well. So what pigments are in the eyes? See if we can find a good picture. All right, this is a good one to explain. Oh, you can't really see it, but to explain why the eyes go blue. Can everyone see that? This is a bit blurry, but it's saying the middle part, pupil, is going to be black, and then around it, the more melanin you've got, that will determine what the color around the pupil is. The lower the melanin, the more it looks blue or light blue. Yeah. So it's a loss of pigment when we start to lose our eyesight, but not just melanin. I'm trying to see if it tells me. All right, let's just go to this. See, this is the thing when you do your search, if pigments in eyes, it should just tell us what the pigments in the eyes are. So for example, I know that there's a pigment called lutein. Lutein. There you go. Lutein and zeaxanthin. Lutein and zeaxanthin. Now, these are two of the most important pigments for your eyes that you have in your eyes, and they're the most important pigments for your eyes as well. Yeah. Now, for all the people that have gone to the doctors and the doctors told them about their eyes, have they told you about these pigments? Have you ever heard about these pigments? Lutein. So let's click on that, go to images. There you go. Look at this picture. Hopefully it comes up big. It's not that big, but can everyone see that? That one's small.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a bigger one that has that. All right, so we're gonna go with this one. Let me know if you can't see it, I'll find another one. But look, the macular pigment comprises of macular pigment, pigments in your eyes, yeah? Lutein, 50% of the pigment in your eye is a pigment called lutein. 25% is a pigment called zeaxanthin. These are things that most of us have never heard before. And then 25% is mesozeaxanthin, yeah? Now, this is why I love science, and I say that science is simple. Lutein is an orange pigment. So guess what foods are going to be high in lutein?
Carrots.
Orange foods. Zeaxanthin is a yellow pigment. So guess what foods are going to be high in zeaxanthin?
Yellow fruits.
And then mesozeaxanthin is a red pigment. So guess what foods are going to be high in zeaxanthin, mesozeaxanthin? The red. Now, what do they tell us about red, orange, and yellow foods? They're high in vitamin A. What's vitamin A good for? Your eyes.
Yeah, the retina.
So when we're consuming red, orange, and yellow foods, and we talk about this on the course, because that's good for pheomelanin, but we need it for our eumelanin as well. Red, orange, and yellow foods are going to feed the red, orange, and yellow pigments in your eye. And if you don't get them, then you're going to start suffering from eye issues. And to help me explain that, I'm going to show you a video. Where's the video? Check this video out. Hopefully it plays. And let me know if you can't hear it.
Our eyes are our windows to the world. Through them, we witness life's greatest moments and create memories that stay with us for a lifetime. But we often take our vision for granted. In today's world, our eyes are more vulnerable to damage than ever before, so we need to protect them now to help maintain healthy vision throughout our lives. Nearly all light sources, whether natural or artificial, emit blue light. Blue light is the part of visible light that is the most harmful and can cause damage to our eyes. We're exposed to it all day long, both indoors and out, and at ever-increasing levels. While some is beneficial, helping to elevate our mood and memory and regulate our natural sleep-wake cycle, overexposure can have a negative impact on our quality of vision. And painful symptoms like eye strain, headaches, blurred vision, dry eyes and eye fatigue are real reminders of the impact of our digital lifestyle. High-energy blue light rays can penetrate deep into the back of the eye, causing damage to the photoreceptors responsible for sharp vision. But the eye can protect itself. It can filter blue light using macular pigment, a yellow spot located in the back of the eye containing lutein and zeaxanthin. Together, these critical eye health nutrients provide a natural defense against harmful blue light, and they are the only nutrients deposited by our body into the eye specifically for this task. As our bodies can't make lutein or zeaxanthin, we need to get these important nutrients from foods or supplements. Unfortunately, most people don't consume enough of the fruits and vegetables that contain lutein and zeaxanthin, with most typical diets only providing around 1 to 2 milligrams of lutein and zeaxanthin daily, far below the 10 milligrams of lutein and 2 milligrams of zeaxanthin proven to be beneficial for eye health. The result is a less dense filter that allows more blue light through, leaving us at even greater risk of eye damage from blue light. So, how can we protect our eyes from harmful blue light? Look for daily supplements containing FloraGlow. It's the lutein brand most clinically studied and proven to increase macular pigment in the eye. But we know seeing is believing, which is why we've developed the FloraGlow Beat the Blue Light Demo.
All right, so then they start to sell their products, innit? That's what I love about the experts. They'll tell you all the truth, yeah? So he blatantly said, like, you get those pigments that are in your eye that are red, orange, and yellow, you get them from red, orange, and yellow and green foods, yeah? Red, orange, yellow, green, yeah? So then when he said, okay, so what's the solution to our eyes then? What should we do? He says, take some medication, not consume the red, orange, and yellow, green pigmented foods. No, take the medication. Here's the solution. Here's a pill, yeah? So I'm hoping that made a little bit of sense for you. So the reason why we've got red, orange, and yellow pigments in our eyes is because that counteracts the blue light. The blue light comes in, the red, orange, and yellow pigments counteract it so it doesn't damage the back of the eye. If the back of the eye gets damaged, that's when you get short-sightedness, myopia, all the other issues that we're starting to see. And if you're not getting the right nutrients for your eyes start to lose nutrients. They start to lose the pigment. That's when you start to see the blue ring, yeah? So, Dr. Africa suggested the herb eye bright. Listen, I went on a detox retreat in Jamaica last year, and one of the organizers, she swears by it. So there's loads of herbs you can take for your eyes. Actually, I've got Dr. Lila Africa's book here, African Holistic Health, and he talks about loads of things we can take for our eye. But yeah, like the sis said, one of them is eye bright, a herb called eye bright. So I love about the way we name things. We make it very simple for people to understand. So someone named a herb eye bright. Guess what that's good for?
The eyes.
And make this again. I went to the detox retreat in Jamaica, and the organizer swears by it. She says she had an eye infection and she'd had it for quite a long time. It was giving her pain, and she says she just rubbed some of the eye bright over her eye. The next day she didn't have it. Yeah.
But it's a herb. It's a herb. You can get it in the health shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, eye bright. Yeah.
If you can get it in its natural form, then that's going to be
It's a herb from the I've got some from the health shop. I just haven't used it. I think you've got to boil it and then wash your eyes with it. I just haven't used it yet.
That's true.
I've got it. I just haven't used it.
So if people have that, you've got some powerful things for your eyes. That herb eye bright, people swear by it. People
Okay.
conjunctivitis and all pus in their eye, and they just rub that over their eye, and the next couple of days it was gone. That's how powerful eye bright is. Now, you know for the people that have done the course, you know how the obesogenic environment carries on. Yeah, eye bright gets popular, all of a sudden we're going to see eye bright pills, eye bright powders, eye bright this, eye bright that. That's why I say if you can get it in its natural form, then you're getting the real stuff. Like a lot of things in this obesogenic environment, soon as we start raving about something, oh yeah, spirulina's great. Now all of a sudden you get spirulina crisps and
Yeah.
spirulina cheeseburgers soon. You get me? So same with eye bright. This is something that we need to jump on as Black people and know, say, hey, we need this for our eyes. Yeah, eye bright. Now, with that being said, for the people who may not be able to access eye bright, just red, orange, and yellow and green foods, they're going to be high in the nutrients that you need for your eyes. You could argue which ones. Well, let's do a Google search. Foods high in lutein and zeaxanthin. And then you can go through these and see what foods are high in them. So this one says dark green leafy vegetables like kale, green peas, summer squash, yellow, pumpkin, orange, Brussels sprouts, green, broccoli, green, asparagus, romaine lettuce, obviously carrots. And this is just one. So you could go through these and dietary sources, 15 healthy foods that are high in lutein. Someone asked for this link, so I'm going to put this link to that video that I just showed in the chat, so you guys can show that to your friends and family. Where are we? Powerful video. Hopefully you guys understand what that's about when you see that. I like the visual of how it shows how blue light damages the back of the eye. Yeah, so that's the link to the video that I just showed. What's this one saying? Kale, winter squash, collards, yellow sweet corn, spinach, Swiss chard, got the red part in it, green peas, arugula, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, pumpkin, egg yolk, the yellow, sweet potatoes, the orange, carrots, asparagus, yeah? So these are the things that are gonna help, yeah? With the red, orange, and yellow, because again, it's about pigments. I'm hoping that people are starting to understand when it comes to Black people, we rely on light. And what helps us absorb light? Pigments. So what do we need in our diet? Pigments. Pigments. In this book, for the people that have it, everyone should have this book, African Holistic Health. It's like a reference. It's not one that you read from start to finish. You just reference every time you need to go to it. So on page 74, he talks about eye problems. And he says, I'll just read a little bit. The eyes are often abused. They require exercise and a diet of colors. I liked when he said that. They require exercise because your eyes, like your legs, are a muscle. So they require exercise just like your body. And then a diet of colors. We now know that colors, the way we see colors in nature is through pigments. So when he says a diet of colors, he means a diet of pigments. He goes on to say colors are obtained from sunlight. Sunlight has a rainbow. Iris means rainbow of color, light rays, and heat. These colors nourish and stimulate the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and cascades the stimulation of other glands. So our hormones rely on these colors, pigments. The eyes are abused by artificial light, distorted light. Eyeglasses do this, and radiation from cars, televisions, computer screens, light reflected off cars, glass, and artificial surfaces, and poor reading light. And then he goes on to say European eye doctors abuse the eyes by oversubscribing. How many of them say, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to do some eye exercises. Now, what sort of eye exercises? Well, one could be, and again, for the people that are, let me just see. I'm not someone who's anti-medication. I'm just someone who's anti-lies. So if you're on a medication and it's doing you the world of good, I say stay on it, yeah? But when it comes to your eyes need sunlight. And if your eyes can't take sunlight, then they need to be trained to take sunlight. What do I mean by that? You might have to. I always tell people that the first light that goes through your eyes should be sunlight. So when you wake up, go outside and just take it. And it doesn't have to be hot or anything. The first light that goes through your eyes should be sunlight. That's nutrition for your eyes. In other words, that's your breakfast. That's your eyes' breakfast, sunlight, yeah? And because it's at the beginning of the day, that's low frequency, so it shouldn't hurt your eyes. If you can, and I'm saying this carefully, if you can, try and look up at the sun. If you can't, however, here's how you do training. Here's how you do training. Light from the sun goes everywhere, yeah? Now, if you look straight up, that could damage if you don't have enough of the red, orange, and yellow pigments to, stop the blue light damaging the back of the eye. That could damage your eye if you look up at the light. However, if you look up at the sky, does the light still go through your eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, if the sunlight's over there and you're looking up over there, the light is still going through your eye. That means you're still getting nutrition from that sunlight. Yeah? But what do? When our eyes get weaker, we go to lenses or glasses or something like that. Yeah? Now, this is for the people who exercise on a regular basis. Let's say, for some people who might be able to relate to this, let's say you've got a weak knee, but you want to exercise. You've got a weak knee, but you want to exercise. The experts say, get a knee brace. When you get the knee brace, does your knee get stronger or weaker? Weaker. Why? Because now your knee, all the muscles around your knee don't have to do what they had to do without the knee brace. Here comes the knee brace to do our job. So we don't have to do that anymore. So now your right knee or whatever knee's giving you issues is relying on the knee brace. It's going to rely on it, yeah? You can try and train it whilst it's on it, but the whole point is the knee brace is doing what your muscles around the knee should be doing. Same with your eyes. As soon as you've got contact lenses or glasses, they're doing what your eyes should do, yeah? And then again, if you can train your eyes, not to say that you would come all the way off of whatever you're on, whether it's contact lenses or glasses or whatever, but training your eyes, understand your eyes are a muscle and we need to train them. We need to train them to absorb more light. We need to train them to see things from afar. We need to train them to read small text. Training. If we're not doing any training, guess what's happening to our eye health or eye muscle health? It's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And that's when we go to the doctors, the experts, and they tell us surgery and whatever else they've got planned for us. So the sunlight becomes super important. Not only that though, we have to do some form of detoxing from this stuff. We can't detox altogether. We need to do some form of, especially for children, screen time, certain screen time. Now, if I go on to show you about the circadian rhythm, the people that have done the course, you know about the circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm is your internal biological clock. It's how you know what time it is without looking at a clock. This is, can everyone see that? I don't even know if I'm sharing. Oh yeah. Your internal biological clock. This is what all of your hormones rely on. This is 12 midnight, this is 12 noon. 12 noon, the sun's shining bright, you're getting blue light. Serotonin's getting released, so this is your highest alertness, best coordination, fastest reaction time. All of that stuff is due to sunlight activating certain hormones. Yeah. 6 p.m. after 6 p.m. start dimming lights in your house or on your phone or anything like that. Limit technology use. Why? Because around 9, 10 o'clock at night, that's when your body wants to convert all of that serotonin to melatonin. And again, if we're trying to heal from something, which Black people, most of us are, we've all got something that we're trying to heal from. It's at night that we heal from it, whether it's to do with our eyes, our heart, our pancreas, our kidneys, whatever it is, our body heals at night. So this melatonin release becomes the most important thing. That's why it says limit the technology use, and then by 10 o'clock, really, they should be off. So if you have small children, they should not be on any technology, any electronics after 9 o'clock. Some of you, it might be hard to get them off of it, but if it's any time after 10 o'clock, you're messing up everything. You're messing up their hormones, you're messing up their circadian rhythm, you're messing up their eyes, you're messing up anything that's going on internally with regards to healing, because melatonin wants to get released by 10 o'clock to the point where 12 o'clock, hopefully you're in sleep, and then about 1, 2 o'clock, you're in the deepest sleep, and that's when all the magic starts to happen internally. That's when you start to dream and your body's just repairing stuff, yeah? REM sleep, and you go into all that sort of stuff. But if you're on your laptop or your phone, or I'm on my Mac and it's past 10 o'clock, and when I'm saying this, I'm not saying this to you guys, I'm saying this to me as well, because there's times where I'm like, right, what's the time? Ah, man, it's 10:45, man, I've got to get off this thing. I do that a lot because I'm working all the time and that. So there's times where I have to say, right, melatonin, I'm literally thinking about melatonin. Me go prepare, get myself ready for bed. But children, they should not be on any electronics after 9 o'clock. And what's crazy about light is because it's invisible, we don't understand how powerful it is. So we don't understand, one, how much we as Black people rely on it, and two, how much if we get the wrong type of light, it will mess us up. I always say to people, you can't cheat this stuff. Your circadian rhythm, the rhythm of your body, because we talked about rhythm a couple of weeks ago. What were we talking about? Rhythm. Can't remember what subject we were talking about. We were saying that Black people, we rely on rhythm of music, rhythm of the women's cycle, the rhythm of your circadian rhythm. Yeah, everything's a rhythm that your body relies on. As soon as your rhythm is knocked off, your health goes down the drain. It's as simple as that. So what knocks off your rhythm? When you're not going to bed at the right time. So the people who have worked nights, and again, science is simple, it's based off of observation. If you know anyone who has done decades of night shifts, in other words, they're trying to convince their body to release melatonin during the day and serotonin at night, the opposite of what nature, the circadian rhythm, the universe wants you to do. ask them what their health is like. Someone who's done decades of night shifts, I guarantee you they have some type of metabolic disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, whatever it is. They've got some type of metabolic disease because you cannot cheat this stuff. Cannot cheat this stuff. If you want to heal from anything, you heal at night. So it's trying to limit this stuff, yeah? So our body relies on this. I'm going to show you another video. This is from a previous lecture. Because the time. Yeah. These people who are designing all of these things, yeah, they wouldn't even let their children use it or for long, because Steve Jobs didn't allow his children to use these things because they understand how powerful they are, yeah? And another reason why things are about to get worse is because of that thing. Again, I don't want to get locked off of this this Zoom call, so gotta watch what I say. But that 5 thing that they're installing everywhere, yeah, that's high frequency. And let's not kid ourselves. Let me just make sure everyone understands what I'm about to say. Let's not kid ourselves. When this 5 thing properly hits, yeah, when they've done all their installations, because that's what earlier on in the year was all about. You guys stay home whilst we install this stuff, yeah? Once they've done all their installations and they press on this thing, yeah? Remember, it's super fast. Download a movie in seconds and all that. Make no mistake about it. We are all getting 5G phones. All of us. None of us are going to be like, no, I'm going to stick to 3 hours waiting for a film to download, or, you know, buffering on my screen when I'm watching a movie. Or all of us are going to get 5G phones, whether it's this year or next year, or when we get our free upgrade. We're all going to be on 5G. So we've got to stop kidding ourselves about that. We're all going to have 5G in our home. So we need to understand this is going to affect not only us, but our children, yeah? Because that's even more radiation, more vibration that they have to try and reflect, or they're going to be consuming. Now, what does your circadian rhythm rely on? Let me go back to sharing. What activates your circadian rhythm? This picture just says it all. Eyes. Circadian rhythm. Through your eyes. So anything to do with your hormones, if you've got issues with your eyes, it's going to affect your hormones because your eyes activate your circadian rhythm. And then that activates your pineal gland to release serotonin and melatonin. So it's all about your eyes. And the reason why I say that, make no mistake that we're all going to be on 5G, is because I think it was Hitler. That said, say a lie and just keep on repeating it over and over again. And over time, it becomes the truth. Yeah. So over time, if they just keep on repeating the lie, it becomes the truth. And then, but the new truth becomes the norm. Yeah. So everyone at the beginning of the year, I done lectures on it, the dangers of 5G, 5G this, 5G that. But they're just going to continue to roll it out, continue to tell you the benefits, everything's going to be fast and blah, blah, blah. And then twos, give it a year, we're all on 5G. They just continue with the lie. We're all on 5G. It becomes the norm. 4G became the norm. 3G became the norm. 2G. So 5G is going to become the norm. Yeah. And for the people that don't believe that, like, why would we make something so dangerous the norm? Well, I've said this before in the Q&As. If let's go back to sharing the screen. If our circadian rhythm relies on sunlight going through our eyes, then what's the easiest way for Black people to mess up their circadian rhythm?
To shield from the sun.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Is this not the norm for everyone, including black people? Wearing sunglasses? It's the norm, especially for black people. I remember when I was growing up and going to parties and that, you see black men in the rave with sunglasses. The guys are wearing sunglasses in a rave, in a party.
So those meters, the new meters they're installing, a lot of people, it's affecting them as well, especially in America. A lot of people's got sick, and the government is just the private investors is just doing it, and they're trying to avoid them they're trying to take them to court. But a lot of people, they can't go out. It's affect their health, their mental health. And they're just installing it without their knowledge. They have no choice.
Yeah.
The same thing they're trying to do over here as well.
And make no mistake about it, it's gonna work. Everyone's gonna be on 5G without a fail. Because you gotta look at what's happening throughout the world. Everyone's on this. It's not like the USA are just on their foolishness. It's not affecting us over here. Everyone, you go Jamaica, they're on it. Everyone's following this pandemic or plandemic, whatever you want to call it. So therefore, whatever the norm is, it's going to be that. So 5G is going to be the norm next year. Make no mistake about it. The same way they made us think that it's a good idea for us to put shades over our eyes and block our eyes, our beautiful black eyes from sunlight. They convinced every black person to do that. They're going to easily convince black people to say, hey, you want a faster phone? Get on this 5G, man. You know what I mean? So it's going to be the norm, unfortunately. So knowing this information is going to be very, very important. Yeah. Knowing this information, especially if you've got young children, because think about this. I believe there's going to be another lockdown soon. Yeah. That means everyone's going to be back at home. If you're back at home, what are you doing? You're on this again. Yeah. You're not playing outside. The children are not playing outside. Even if they're doing e-learning, which I agree with, I've created a blacklistic e-learning course. So I do agree that we need to start learning from home. How are you going to be learning from home? Through this, or your laptop. So,
that's how I ended up doing this course, because of the lockdown.
Because of the lockdown, exactly. A lot of people that have done my course before, the reason why they were able to do it is because they were able to come to the university. At the lockdown, when the lockdown happened, now you can't come to the university, so how are you going to do the course? You can only do it through e-learning. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Maybe the second lockdown is just to switch everything on. Daily to get meters, but water meters are now being installed in my area. Yeah. So we need to understand that we need to look at this knowledge as self-defense, because things are going to get worse, unfortunately. Things are going to get worse. Our eyesight over the years, and when I say over the years, I think I'm talking from 20 years ago. Let's start with the start of the new century, 2000. Our eyesight has gotten worse. Like I've sort of grasped this today, where it says the eyesight has just been getting worse and worse and worse.
Not only our eyesight, but the ears as well, isn't it? All the thing they're putting in their ears, listening to the music. They're all going to be deaf, especially the young ones.
All of that as well. Someone said, can I suggest a UVB lamp to buy? I can't, this is why I really want to get as many black people to start doing their own thing as possible. So I can say, go and buy this from this black person, go and buy that from that black person. No disrespect to everyone else, but I like to have relationships with the people I purchase from. So for example, when people ask me about supplements, you should know by now, I'm not big on supplements. However, Ankara, who are a black-owned company, who have won awards for their moringa supplements, if you're gonna get supplements, get them from those guys, because I know them. And I've used their moringa oil. Their moringa oil is powerful. And I've used it for my eyes. Moringa oil, for those who are not familiar, they make the oil from the leaves and that sort of stuff. And everyone knows how powerful moringa is. Can you imagine it in an oil where the concentration is like 100 times more concentrated. Moringa oil, yeah? This is how you know something is healthy for you, when it's an oil, when you can use it on anything. So on the bottle, it says you can use it on your salads. You can use it in your mouth. You can swallow it. You can use it for your face. You can use it for your scalp. You can use it for your hair. Yeah. So that's
Leon, if you wouldn't mind, can you put the Ankara site in the chat, please?
yeah.
I
Now,
appreciate that. Thank you.
if anyone lives in
Halston.
London, if anyone lives in South London, like I know Charles. Charles was on the call earlier. I don't know if he's still on the call, but I know Charles. I can get you some moringa oil for anyone who lives in South London. I can drop it off to you. But for those who don't, you might have to get the moringa oil from the website. So let me just quickly get the link. Raw. And just from that, like, just to get a little bit deep in that, Ankara is what they called their business. Ankh, what does Ankh mean? Does anyone know?
It means life, doesn't it?
Life. And what does Ra mean? See what people are saying in the chat. Sun.
Sun, yeah, sun.
Life from the sun is what they called their business. Life from the sun, that's a powerful name. Ankara, all right, so Ankara moringa oil. So for those who want, I've got the plug. So if those who want this moringa oil, you can get it off me, or you can get it off the website here. They have two sizes, 30 milliliters or 100. So the big bottle or the small bottle. But look at all the things that it does. Now what I do with this oil, let me just get that link for you guys. What I do with this oil is I put some drops on 2 fingers, put a couple drops on the other 2 fingers, and before bed, every night before bed, I rub it around my eyes, yeah? Doesn't matter if it goes in your eyes because it's natural. It's not gonna sting or anything. It hasn't got harmful chemicals. Oh no, I got the oil in my eyes. Oh, it's burning. I got to wash out my eyes. You don't have to do that with this. If it goes in your eyes, it goes in your eyes. It's gonna be nutrients for your eyes. But I just rub it around my eyes. Why? Well,
It will soak in.
yeah, but I use it for like the keloids on my eye. So a lot of people, when they see me in real life, sometimes they don't notice it. Some people do notice it, but I've got a lot of keloid scarring around my left eye. And the reason why I've got a lot of keloid scarring around my left eye is because I was in a car accident many, many years ago. But it was when I was a young, quite off the rails kid. And I was driving, not looking where I was going, and I was coming out of a junction and someone crashed into me, and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt like a, you know what I mean, young guy. Wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and the car hit me right where I was driving, and because I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, I flew out of the seat and my head went through the passenger side window and just sliced up that side of my face. So I literally lost an eyelid. My cheek was hanging off. You can see the scar above my eyebrow and all that. And I had these big keloid scars for years. Like, it's only when people come up close, they start to see the scar on my eye. And for those who know about keloid scars, you know they get super thick and super hard, yeah? When Charles told me about this moringa oil, he said, just rub it on your eyes every night before you go to bed. And I was like, okay, whatever. I've had this for over 15 years. It ain't going nowhere. So I started to do it, done it for a couple of months. And the thing started to loosen. It started to loosen. And I've had it, it's been rock hard for over a decade. And I started to use this moringa oil and it started to loosen. I was like, wow, that's some powerful stuff. Yeah. So moringa oil, what else is good for your eyes? Now you know about lutein, zeaxanthin, and they tell you about red, orange, and yellow. Now, for the people that have watched my Black Men's Health webinar, what's the fruit that I talked about in the Black Men's Health webinar?
Watermelon. Melon.
Watermelon. Guess what I'm drinking?
Watermelon.
Straight watermelon juice.
Mm.
Watermelon juice. Now let's just see. Is watermelon, it's red. So is it good for eyes? Let's check. Is watermelon juice good for eyes?
Yes.
Fruit also helps balance hormones, which can heavily affect your mood, improves eye health. Watermelon is a great source of vitamin A, which helps produce pigments in the retina of the eye, which protects against age-related macular degeneration. Look at that. Science is simple. Red, orange, and yellow foods will help with the red, orange, and yellow pigments in your eyes. I've been drinking this pretty much since my my webinar. I'm like, sometimes when I research stuff, I'm like, right, I'm jumping on that. So I've jumped on this. I just drink watermelon juice now. And when people ask me what water should we be drinking, this is one of the watermelon is one of the highest contents of water.
Yeah.
So to drink water, I'd rather drink this water than the water that comes out of a tap or the water from a bottle. So this
Sorry,
is my water.
Leon, have you just taken the watermelon and put it in a blender and just blended it, or have you put it in a juicer?
Do either or, so you can juice it.
Because it's very watery based anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I blend it because I blend the seed.
That's what.
The seeds are high in zinc.
Okay.
So I blend it.
Okay, I would have done that as well because it's very water based.
Yeah, you blend it and you get the benefits of the seeds as well.
Okay.
You're getting some good stuff.
Give thanks for that.
All right, so to finish off, if anyone has any questions, like as usual, I'll stay on to answer any private questions for the next 15 minutes or so. As I'm staying on, I'm going to show you guys a video. It's a video from one of my previous lectures where I talk about the circadian rhythm. So for the people that want to watch that, I only show like about 5 minutes whilst I answer some of these private questions, just so you guys who stay on, you can watch something, 5 minutes of a previous event that I did. I think it was from the Hidden Science of Black Women's Health. And it kind of explains what we just went through with regards to circadian rhythm, sunlight, that sort of stuff. And as I'm playing that, I'll just answer some of these private messages. Now, before everyone goes, by the way, I mentioned this last week, just to mention it again. At the beginning of October, now this is the first, remember October's Black History Month. At the beginning of October, we're opening up the academy. So the Hidden Science Academy, we put on courses and events. Usually for the events, you got to pay to come to the event. Usually, obviously, for the courses, you got to pay for the courses. Throughout October, everything is going to be free. Yeah. So we're putting on free events, obviously online events, free webinars, free courses. Like I'm doing a nutrition, just a basic nutrition course for Black people to learn about nutrition. Yeah. It's not going to be as deep as the Black Holistic Health one. That's for people that really want to, go deep. The people that want to take the red pill, that's that course. Yeah. But for the basic, just the basic level of understanding with regards to nutrition, which all Black people need to know, I've created like a very short course that I'm going to do 1 class a week throughout October. It's going to be free. I'm going to put the flyer in my WhatsApp group. So everyone in the WhatsApp group, please share the flyer with everyone you know. Remember, it's online, so you don't just have to share it with people in the UK. You can literally share it with all your friends and family members throughout all over the diaspora, yeah? Because everyone can tune into that. So there's going to be free nutrition classes. I'm also going to show clips from not clips, but full videos from previous events. So I'm going to show a video of the Hidden Science and Ancient Kemet. That's from one of our previous events. I'm going to put that on as a free viewing, free webinar, yeah? Quite a few things we're going to be doing for October. I'm doing another short course called The Hidden Science of Pain, where we're going to delve deep into pain and how to resolve pain, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual. That one is going to be powerful. Again, all free throughout October. I'm going to be dropping all of these flyers in the WhatsApp groups. So as long as you're a member of one of them, you'll get all of this information, yeah? And obviously if you're on our mailing list, the Hidden Science Academy mailing list, then you'll get this information. So a lot of information for people, especially people who would have never known about Hidden Science Academy, would have never booked onto the course. Lots of free stuff for them, yeah? Facebook group, for the people who are in the Facebook group, I'll drop it in there as well. And I know a lot of you guys are following the Hidden Science Academy. If you're not, please follow the Hidden Science Academy on Instagram. That's mine and my sister's Instagram, the Hidden Science Academy. However, I've just started using my own one, yeah? So I'm on there as well. So feel free to follow me. My handle is The Scientist Online. I think I've got like 2 friends right now, so I'm doing good. Oh, wrong person. Let me send that to everyone. These people asking me questions, don't worry, I'm gonna answer all your questions in a bit. But yeah, if you wanna follow me on Instagram, oh, and if you wanna be added to the WhatsApp group, privately message me your full name and number if you wanna be added to the WhatsApp group. Remember, as long as you're part of one, you'll get the information. We've got like 4 WhatsApp groups and they're all full. So we're probably gonna have to open another one. But as long as you're part of one of them, you don't need to be added to the others because we share the same information in all of them. So if you wanna be added to the WhatsApp group, feel free to give me your full name. And yeah, we're on Telegram as well. The Hidden Science Academy is on Telegram, but it's gonna be slow to kind of bring everyone over. That's it. All right, so for the people that are messaging me questions, that I'm gonna answer them, but I'm gonna share this clip. I suggest everyone watch it because this will hopefully help you understand what we just went through. I don't particularly talk about eyes, but I talk about the circadian rhythm. So hopefully you guys will get that. And I'm staying on, so if you have any questions, just let me know. So thanks everyone for joining. Remember, October is when it all starts. Loads of free stuff.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
So much. Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a
Stay
good
blessed, my
evening,
brother.
everyone. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Leon. God bless
Have a
you.
beautiful
Thank
week,
you.
everyone.
And
Have a
you.
good
Thank
evening,
you.
everyone.
Same
God
to you.
bless.
Good evening,
Thank you.
everyone. God bless.
I'm going to show this clip for the people that are
Thank you,
staying on.
Leon.
Yeah, I'll watch your clip, Eon. I'll stay and watch it.
Excellent. All right, so let me
Yeah,
know
I
if
will too.
let me know if you can't hear it. I'm going to share it now.
I'll stay and watch it.
Happens if you do into milk. These regulate the circadian rhythm, which is your internal bodily clock, to maintain a sense of balance. Bodily clock to maintain a sense of balance, homeostasis within the body. So serotonin and melatonin. Now again, I teach this to children. So one is released during the day and one is released during the night. Which one's which? Melatonin at night. And the way I explain it to the children is melatonin makes you feel mellow. So they'll always remember that now. Melatonin gets released at night, serotonin gets released during the day. And it all affects your circadian rhythm, which is your internal biological clock. In other words, how did we survive without these? Because these tell us the time. Well, we have a natural, internal biological clock. It used to tell us what time it is, tell the body what time to release what hormones and that sort of stuff. But we don't go by our natural bodily clock anymore. Yeah? And the easiest way to go by this is to go by the sun. When the sun's up, you should be up. When the sun's down, you should be down. Literally, that will keep your hormones in balance. And if you don't believe me, ask anyone who has worked night shifts for more than 10 years. Ask them about their health. You can't cheat this stuff. When the sun's up, you should be up. And not just up, you should be out there absorbing it. So you shouldn't be in the office when the sun's up. And then when the sun goes down, you should go down. Yeah? And serotonin gets released during the day, so high alertness, best coordination, all that sort of stuff. So all of these hormones get released at certain times to ensure that you're a healthy person. Now, if they get released at different times, the times that they're not supposed to be getting released, then you'll become unhealthy because you'll have a hormonal imbalance. Now, we just rely on our internal hormones and the sun, we'll be okay, but we don't, do we? In the UK, we rely on medication. So, most common cholesterol medication in the UK, and look at the way they're ending in, because they're statin drugs, so these are hormones then. These are hormones, but they're not hormones inside of your body. These are external hormones. So these are drugs that they've created to mimic your hormones. You know they're a hormone because they're ending in IN. If it ends in OL or IN, you know it's a hormone. So all of these things are going to be giving your cells instructions instead of your body giving your cells instructions. Again, that's going to lead to total confusion. Again, going by my analogy, you're at work and someone you don't know is trying to give you orders. Not your line manager, not your boss. Someone comes up to you and says, hey, do this, here's your instructions. Do this right now. You're going to look at that person like, you're not my line manager. I ain't doing that. That's not in my job description. Yeah? So medication is going to cause total confusion in your body. Now, a lot of us are on medication. This was the top 20 drugs dished out most on prescriptions across England and in 2017. Tells you what the drug name is, you might be familiar with some of them, and what it treats, and then how much they sold. Look what they're ending in. IN, INE, OL, OL. So these are hormones there, or they've synthetically made hormones to mimic what your body does, but it wants to give your cells different instructions. So all of this is giving your cells different instructions, yeah? Look at this, metformin. A lot of us are familiar with that because of type 2 diabetes. So that's giving your cells some different instructions, yeah? And all of those instructions are going to create an imbalance here. An imbalance here, a hormonal imbalance, yeah? Now, how would you know that everything's on time with this? Because this is your internal biological clock, where there's a couple reasons, well, there's a couple things you can do. Obviously, when the sun's up, you're up. When the sun's down, you're down. That's one way of getting more in balance with the universe, getting more in balance with the sun and that sort of stuff. But some other things you should know. So, it says here, in the morning, you should have high testosterone levels. So the body, your testes, releases testosterone early in the morning. Now, every guy in here knew this when they were younger. Yeah. Because you used to wake up saluted. So you know that this is true. You're supposed to wake up with high testosterone levels, yeah? How would you know you have an imbalance then? When you're not. That's a hormonal imbalance. We think that hormonal imbalance is just for women. Nah, men have it as well. But the one thing that messes up our circadian rhythm out of all of it is this, the blue light. So, blue light from our laptops, blue lights from our phones, this synthetic light, because this is not sunlight, it's synthetic light. But it's so powerful, the body thinks it's 12 noon when you're on the laptop at night. Because look, the body's supposed to release melatonin roughly around 9 p.m. But what are we doing at 9 p.m.? We're doing this, yeah? We're on our phones, we're on our laptops. And again, the body's going to think it's 12 noon, so it's going to release 12 noon hormones. So you're going to struggle to get to sleep. That's going to cause confusion, yeah? So, and we're not only doing this, you know, we're supposed to be, you know, releasing melatonin at 9 o'clock or trying to get to bed before 12, but black people, it makes me ask this question, like, are black people the new vampires? Because let's explore this. What do vampires do? Well, they wear shades during the day. They can't take the sun. I've heard black people talking about, oh, it's too hot. A couple years ago, we had a long summer. I heard black people saying, oh, no, it's too hot. That's a vampire. That is a vampire. And hold on a second. What else do vampires do? Vampires stay indoors during the day and go out at night. We're turning into vampires. And especially our young children, even when the sun is out, the sun is out, what do our young children do? Nah, man, man's not hot. They're still dressed like this. Children are still out, sun blazing. Man's not hot, you get me? But it's funny, but it's tragic at the same time because their skin needs to be exposed for them to create vitamin D. Because this is the only way your body creates vitamin D. your skin being exposed to sunlight, and then cholesterol in your skin gets converted into the precursor of vitamin D, which goes through your liver and kidneys, and then your kidneys produce the vitamin D that your body needs. Now, vitamin D is so powerful. It literally protects us from everything, yeah? To the point where I've started to tell children that the D stands for defense. It defends us against pretty much every disease out there, yeah? To the point where, now I'm going out on a limb here because this is not backed up by evidence, this is not backed up by the experts, but I'd go on a limb and say, for black people, vitamin D is your immune system. Yeah. That is your immune system. So it's not white blood cells, it's vitamin D. If you lack vitamin D, your defense system is down. You're gonna suffer from any disease that's out there. But if your vitamin D is high, that is your defense system, yeah? Because I've done so much research on vitamin D, I'm like, wow, this vitamin is amazing. It does so many things, to the point where I started to ask the logical question, is vitamin D really a vitamin? If you type vitamin D into Google, it will say this: vitamin D is a group of fat-soluble steroids. You now know steroids are hormones. So vitamin D is a hormone. I did more research on it, and I found this guy. His name is Professor Walter Stumpf. So you can do your own research. Professor Walter Stumpf from the University of North Carolina. Now in 2012, he wrote a paper and published it, a scientific paper about vitamin D. And in the paper, he reports that vitamin D is a hormone of reproduction and fertility. That means if you're lacking vitamin D, you're gonna have problems in reproduction and fertility. He says it's a hormone of growth and development. He says it's a hormone of immune and stress response. So if you're lacking in vitamin D, you're gonna have issues with stress and immunity. He says it's a hormone of the digestive system. So if you're lacking in vitamin D, guess what you're gonna have problems with? Digestion. He says it's a hormone of the central nervous system. And he also says it's a hormone of endocrine regulation. Now this one is powerful because the endocrine system is the system that releases hormones. So if vitamin D is the hormone of endocrine regulation, it regulates all your other hormones. So that means that vitamin D becomes the most important hormone for your body because it regulates all the others. They all rely on vitamin D. So for me, vitamin D is your immune system. It's not white blood cells. Walter Stumpf. Stumpf. S-T-U-M-P-F. Walter Stumpf. So this is what vitamin D does. Again, they're not telling us this stuff. And for those who think, let me take vitamin D supplements then, because, you know, we're not going to get any sunlight over here. Well, look at this. This shows you, this is from Dr. John Cannell from the Vitamin D Council. Where can you get vitamin D from? UVB exposure. Look how many units you get compared to what they tell us to get vitamin D from, which is fortified foods and supplements. Hardly any vitamin D, hardly any, but UVB exposure, lots, yeah? So there's only one way. Until they can put the sun in a capsule and sell that to us, there's only one way you can get vitamin D, and that's with your skin exposed to the sun, your skin absorbing it, and it converting cholesterol into vitamin D. So it's you.
All right, I hope that made sense, everyone.
Yes.
I'm gonna actually be showing you guys all of these recordings. So people were asking, where can we see these recordings? Throughout October, I'm gonna be posting them. So if you're in the WhatsApp group, Facebook mailing list, you'll know when we're posting them so you can watch all of them in its entirety. So all of the events we've done in the previous years, we've recorded all of them. We just haven't put them out there. So we have them on our site for the members and that sort of stuff. But throughout October, everyone's getting, well, you can watch whatever you want to watch for free, yeah? So free lectures, free classes, free everything, just for October though. Come November, it's the serious people. But for October, we're opening it up, everyone. Okay.
Yes, my brother. Stay blessed. Nice one, brother, Leon.
All right, big up, bro. Thanks for joining, yeah?
All right, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. You know this, man.
Respect, respect.
Have a beautiful week, my brother. Stay blessed.
And you too. All right. Thank you everyone for joining. We will be doing this next week as well. I'll have a theme for next week. If anyone wants me to specifically talk about something, because I come up with the themes myself, if anyone wants me to talk about something, you can WhatsApp me or email me, and then I'll do some research on it if it's something that everyone else wants to talk about and that sort of stuff. But yeah, please, please, please.
Thank you.
I'm gonna start sharing these flyers, make sure everyone gets this information. Free knowledge throughout Black History Month. Like, what else can you ask for, yeah?
Thank you.
All right, enough respect, everyone. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care of your eyes, everyone. Take care of your eyes.
Thank you for sure. Thank you.
Indeed.
Leon,
Yes.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
Appreciate
Leon,
it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'll ask you a quick question. With
Oh.
regards to vitamin D,
Yeah.
and the sunlight exposure, does it matter where on your body you get it?
That's a good question. So obviously, you know that sunlight going through the eye now is very important for your circadian rhythm. Now, when
Yeah.
it comes to vitamin D, the more exposed we are to the sun, the more the melanin can absorb it or absorb sunlight. So, for example, if I was to go out like this, my melanin is only going to be absorbing sunlight here, here, and here. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And think about the amount of vitamin D it could make from that. But what if I went out with my top off? Now I've got the whole of my upper body absorbing sunlight. Yeah? So it's more. It's actually more. And again, this is when the obesogenic environment is making the abnormal normal. It's normal for Black people to be out in the sun with less clothes on. Well, it's not normal anymore, but just go back in history. If you believe that out of Africa theory that we all come from Africa, if we were living in Africa, we weren't wearing hoodies.
Yeah.
We weren't wearing shades. We weren't wearing jeans.
Mm-hmm.
We were wearing loose-fitting clothing or nothing.
Yeah.
So we were absorbing light because most of our body was exposed. Now, most of our body is covered. And that's the reason why a lot of us have issues.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not suggesting that you go walking around naked. Don't do that.
Not gonna happen.
Leon said, I need to walk around naked, so I'm walking around naked.
Leon, can I ask a question as well, please?
Yes.
It's very interesting that you're doing eyes this week because I like yourself, I tend to rub moringa oil because I'm a moringa user.
Yeah.
And every night, but in my left eye, there's like a pressure pain. All week I've been saying there's a pressure pain on my eyes. So do you suggest just continue using the moringa oil? Or am I not getting enough of the red, yellow, and green, red, orange, and so on food?
Yeah, you tell me what foods are you eating. Just look at the colors of the foods that you eat on a daily basis. Plus, people mention eye bright. Try and get that herb, eye bright.
Oh, they didn't say. Where did the lady say she could get a natural, real eye bright herb? Because I've seen the tablets in Holland and Barrett, but not the real stuff.
I think it was Pauline. Someone said that she gets the real thing from a health food.
You don't know where from?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if she's still on.
Okay.
I don't know if Pauline, are you still on? No, I think she's gone.
I don't know. She's gone.
But she says that,
I don't think Pauline's there, but there's one Whole Food. They're meant to be quite good, but they are down Piccadilly side. Yeah. Somebody did tell me, I think there was meant to be a branch in Stoke Newington, but I don't really know about that one.
What about Neil's Yard? You might try Neil's Yard.
Okay. If you guys can post this in the
Sorry, my mum's. There is a branch in Stoke Newington. It's on Stoke Newington Church Street. It used to be Fresh and Wild, and it is now Whole Foods. It's where they used to have the farmers market in the school. So when you just turn left off the main road, if you're going back down towards Stamford Hill, as soon as you turn left, it's the first right. You can park there, and the Whole Food is there.
You can also get it at Baldwin's. It's online.
Oh.
Baldwin's, Charm said try Baldwin's on Walworth Road.
Yeah, they do herbs
Yeah,
as well, Baldwin. They
yeah,
actually
that's
do it
true.
there.
Ashanti said Brixton Whole Foods.
Are they back open, Baldwin's, now?
Yes, they are.
Brilliant.
As far as I know, online.
Thank you.
Well,
Did you say Ashanti in Brixton?
No, I'm saying Ashanti in the chat. She said Brixton Whole Foods.
Okay.
All right.
Brixton Whole Foods.
And also maybe Pempamsi in Brixton as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, if anyone knows where you can definitely get the real eye bright, not powder, not pills or anything like that, the real eye bright. I've got a herbs book. I've got a Dr. Sabi herbs book. So if you do get it next week, I'll tell you what it says with regards to how to use it, because it's got eye bright in the herbs book. I think I mentioned it in the previous Q&A. I just bought it off of Amazon, but it goes through Dr. Sabi's top 25 herbs or something like that and tells you how to use them. So eye bright.
Oh, sorry, Leon, I'm just jumping. One more question. You know, I think you spoke about iron herbs. But I don't, did you put it online? Did you put it on the WhatsApp group?
It's in the Facebook group and it's on the course. Are you on the course?
I haven't started yet. I've booked on it, but I haven't started it yet.
Oh, okay. So when you're ready, just log in and, well, you'll have to take your time going through the course, but if you want to go straight for the iron herbs, if you're on Facebook, I'd suggest just following.
I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. Okay, if I know I'm going to come to it eventually, then that's fine.
Yeah, it's on the course. We go through near the end where we talk about how to heal the body and what we need to do to reverse illnesses. We talk about the iron herbs, and it's not a long list, but it is a list. But just off the top of my head, you need to get some dandelion, nettle, burdock, yellow dock. Those are a couple, and there's some African herbs that we suggest on the course as well. But dandelion, you can't really go wrong with dandelion and nettle.
Okay.
Extremely high in iron.
Yeah.
And dandelion herbs. Dandelion.
Yeah, I planted some in my garden, some nettle.
Yeah. So just.
We're talking about stinging nettle, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
great.
We're going to be high in iron, which is definitely what we need. But it makes sense to go through the course, because when you get to that part, it will make sense how to use it. Because what I say is you have to start with some form of cleanse or detox. Because what happens when we consume a lot of iron, because we've consumed a lot of iron blockers, we can take the herbs and not get the iron because we're consuming iron blockers. Iron blockers are things like sugar, too much sugar, caffeine, so that's your coffee and your tea and all that sort of stuff. Those block the absorption of iron. Milk and dairy, those block the absorption of iron. So we need to get off of those things before we take these herbs. You can't take these herbs and think, oh, my iron levels are low, I need to get my iron levels up. And we're taking the iron blockers, because then we're not getting any iron. We've got to stop the iron blockers, cleanse them out of our system. Now we start taking the herbs.
You'll be very pleased to know that I did your liver cleanse for the week. I finished yesterday. Oh, I was sick as a dog. It was
Try not to
good.
be too graphic, but because we still got people on the call, but I want to know what happened.
It was, I found it was fine until I think I got weak. I was weakened from it. I think I got dehydrated, I think.
Yeah,
from the flush. Yeah, from the flush. But I feel great after that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Were you able to drink the Epsom salt without throwing up?
Oh yeah, I did. I don't throw up easily. But what I did do, I put the lemon juice with the olive oil. I mixed them up together.
That,
yeah, and then I chewed
400 milliliters.
Huh?
400 milliliters.
400 mils. 200 mils first, and then the other 2, and then I just chewed on ginger afterwards, and I was fine. And
went straight to bed, yeah?
Went straight to bed, and during the night I had to get up, man, very often. and then in the morning I did the Epsom salt again.
And then
Yeah, but now
when
I'm
did the
fine.
flush? When did the flush finish? Like
Yeah, you
that
were right.
morning
It
you were
finished.
flushing.
It
When did it
finished.
finish?
It actually finished after 2 yesterday morning. Yesterday afternoon.
So around 2 o'clock.
Yes, just after 2 o'clock.
Exactly the
Yeah.
time I said it was gonna finish.
Yes, I know that was strange, but it's worthwhile doing. I won't do it very often though, because boy, it took a few days out of my life. I feel like, but that's why I'm ready to put good stuff in now. You know, with the herbs and so on. So I'll be all right with those.
Yeah. So now you've cleansed out. If you haven't got herbs, because the body's ready for nutrients now, that's why you're dehydrated and that. You're gonna have to do, if you've got a juicer, juice green vegetables or get you some watermelon juice or whatever.
Yes, I have been doing that.
And get a lot of fluid in you, because like I said in the WhatsApp group, you're probably going to be dehydrated for a couple of days now.
Yes, yeah.
I'm sure you know you lost a lot of water when you were going through the flush.
Yes. It was good.
Well done. Well done. It's quite a powerful experience to go through. It's very short.
Yes. Yeah.
You do, like you say, you feel sick as a dog for a little while.
I know, I really did. Oh.
Wow. But just you doing it and people hearing this, they'll be like, right, I'm gonna do it. Because I know.
Yeah, it's really worthwhile doing. It is.
Yeah. The whole point though, like you say, you want to get some good nutrients in.
Yes.
People that are thinking about doing it, there's no point you doing it and then going back to eating the foolishness that caused.
No, absolutely not.
Like, so many people messaging me saying, do I have to drink that much milk? That will make me sick. That's the whole point. I can't take the Epsom salt. That's the whole point. You got to drink the Epsom salt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's nothing.
Spice Richie says, I'm doing it soon. Soon, I hear that a lot.
Oh no, just jumped right in.
When are you doing it? Monday. Okay. Monday now. Well, no, I meant next Monday.
Next Monday. No, it's worthwhile doing it.
Sister, when you did it, how weak were you? Because I live alone and I'm scared of doing it in the night, and if I can get up.
No, look, I live with my family, husband and son, but they went off to sleep and I just got myself up. After that, I was in bed, but my last drink was 10 o'clock and I already made sure that I had my shower and everything. So I went to my bed. And during the night, as if you get up to go to the toilet anyway, I got up and did what I had to do. But that lasted it was quite a few visits, let's say that. Quite a few visits. Luckily for me, I've got 2 toilets, so the others didn't have to bother me so much. I just took control of one.
Faye done it as well. Faye said she felt amazing afterwards.
Yeah, it's afterwards, but during it, you just feel washed out. I just felt weak and washed out completely.
That is brilliant.
I can't believe people are actually doing it. I kept on saying to people, I'm going to put the instructions in the group, but
yeah, please.
Oh, I have. Yeah, no, that's what I said from last week. I put.
Yes, it did.
I didn't think people would actually do it though, because I was warning.
What is that? Is it on the WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah. I put the instructions last week after the Q&A, because people were asking me about it, because they were asking me what I did to cleanse and that. So I told them what I did, but I was like, I'm not telling you to do it, but if you want the instructions, here they are. I remember the first time I did it, I could not believe the stuff that was coming out. I couldn't believe it. And I don't just mean stuff physically, I mean mentally and emotionally as well. Everything.
Yeah.
It's just very intense.
I have a quick question, if I may, about the detox, which I think is very valuable. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Thank you. My only concern, I think it's a very good idea to do it, but what I'm concerned about is how frequently you should do it, because I'll say why. I'm concerned that you while you're detoxing, you're also removing your gut flora, and the gut flora is also very important for, you know, holistically feeling well. They call it the gut flora. They call it the second brain, isn't it? I've heard it referred to. So if you do that too frequently, then you're going to always be disrupting your gut flora. What do you think about that?
I'd say that with the liver detox, it is intense, but remember, The reason why I was doing it is because I had a toxic liver. Anyone who knows what a toxic liver is, if your liver is your filter, it's your toxin filter, it's your waste filter. So if you have an issue with your liver, it's gonna affect everything. It was affecting my skin. I had skin conditions. I couldn't sleep at night. For the circadian rhythm, if you go on Google, there's certain images that show you what time of the night, what organ is getting detoxed, yeah? And for whatever reason, every night, I was waking up at 2 o'clock. Let me see if I can find that image. For whatever reason.
The liver's a detoxer between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m.
There you go. So circadian rhythm. Organ chart. Let's see that.
And the gallbladder is 11 till 1. The liver's 1 till 3. The lungs are 3 till 5. The colon's 5 till 7. Kidneys are in the afternoon. So people feel tired in the afternoon between 3 and 5, I think it is. That's
Did you
kidneys
type
as
that
well.
in the group? Who's speaking? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's just that you're saying it very quickly. So if you type it down, it'd be good.
Are you saying I talk too fast? No, I'm joking. Hold on. I'll type it.
Look at this one. Look. Chinese, this kind of tells you what organ is getting detoxed at what time, yeah?
And they were 6,
look,
5, and 7.
Look at this. I kept on waking up at 2 a.m. and I mean every night, and I mean for months. Look, liver, deep sleep, detox blood, rest and recovery, planning. So my liver was messed up. So that means when my liver's doing a detox, it was so intense, or trying to, because my liver was so toxic. It was waking me up out of my sleep. Every day I'd wake up, I'm like, what? 2 a.m. again, what's going on? I didn't understand it. So I had to do a liver detox. And when you do it once, it doesn't get it all out. You gotta think, my liver is toxic, not because of one thing, because of many things I had done in my life, whether it was eating junk food or taking, I don't know, drugs that I shouldn't have took when I was younger, or whatever the reason was for, or alcohol. I used to DJ, so I used to live the nightlife, drinking alcohol and all that. For whatever reason, I had a toxic liver in my early 30s, and it was affecting my sleep, and it was affecting my skin and all that sort of stuff. You think after 30 years affecting my liver, you think 30 years after my liver being so toxic, I'm going to get rid of all the toxins with one liver flush. So I had to do the liver flush, and I don't expect anyone to do this, but I had to do the liver flush once a month for over 6 months. Once a month for over 6 months, yeah? Now, with regards to the healthy bacteria, the probiotics, yes. If you do it too much and you're flushing out that stuff, then yeah, you could be flushing out good stuff, but that's the whole point. You're gonna flush and then get the good stuff back in, yeah? Your healthy bacteria feeds off of fiber. Where do you get fiber from? Fruits and vegetables, plants. So you flush and then you allow your healthy bacteria to heal or feed off of the good nutrition that you then bring in. Now, what if I said, right, I don't want my healthy bacteria to be affected, but I've still got a toxic liver? What am I gonna do? So for me, I had to flush my liver over and over and over again. Now, let me get in that good nutrition, and now I've got healthy bacteria, blah, 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 blah. So it is a process. Now, for other people, if you're not waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, messed up skin conditions, like I've got the pictures, you wouldn't believe the skin conditions I had. Yeah. If that's not you, then you don't have to do the liver flush often. Like you might only have to do it once a year. I'd actually suggest that. Maybe once a year. Now, Tash was saying about colonic irrigations. Now, here's the thing. When I do a detox, yeah, whatever comes out of the channels it's supposed to come out. So it's going in the direction it's supposed to. So let's say I do a liver flush. Let's say I drink the Epsom salt and I vomit. Whatever coming out comes out of my mouth. Yeah, that's supposed to come out. I'm not trying to hold it in. It's a detox. That's what happens when you detox. Things come out. Whatever comes out the other end comes out the other end. Yeah, that's natural. Things are supposed to come out. When you do a colonic irrigation, they're good at cleaning out a part of the colon, because your colon does this: bang, bang, bang. Yeah, that's what your colon does. When you do a colonic irrigation, water's going in the opposite direction of how things should be coming out. It's pushing water up there to flush things out. Yeah,
Going against gravity.
going against gravity, going against nature. Now, does it work? Well, it's gonna clear out a part of the colon, yeah, but it's not natural. So I wouldn't suggest it. For some people, it can work. It can help to clear out. If you do more colonic irrigations, it can help to clear out the whole thing. But understand that you're going against nature. Nature wants it to go that way. You're pushing things that way, yeah? And it's because of that and the way they do it. That's when they say, after a colonic irrigation, whoever's done a colonic irrigation, they always tell you, you better buy my probiotics. So whoever's selling you a colonic irrigation, I guarantee you they have their own brand or someone else's brand of probiotics to sell you straight after, because that's when you're definitely gonna lose your healthy bacteria, when you're going against nature and trying to flush out things, and you're going this way when the things that want to be flushed out want to go this way. How much time between flushes? For me, I was doing a couple weeks, like I say, a month. I was doing each month. I actually done one last month. I'm going to do one in October as well. But you don't have to do it often. If anyone wants to know any info. There's a medication. Yeah, medication can mess up your gut flora as well. Antibiotics is going to mess up your... Antibiotics is one of the main things that's going to mess up your gut flora, because gut flora is just a nice name of saying good bacteria. So when we say gut flora, we're talking about bacteria. When we talk about the microbiome, we're talking about bacteria. They try and tell us that bacteria, got to wash your hands because of bacteria, but our gut relies on bacteria. So there's good types of bacteria, bad types of bacteria. When you take an antibiotic, guess what type of bacteria it kills?
Good ones.
Anyone else?
All of them.
All of them. When you take an antibiotic, it kills all of them. That's why people have issues with their health if they're on antibiotics for too long. Because it's not just getting rid of the ones that you want to get rid of, it's the ones that your gut relies on, your health relies on. It's getting rid of those guys as well.
I'm sorry, Leon, that's what they've just started to realize, where they've started advertising don't take antibiotics just like that every minute. Bit late though.
Leon, somebody just said that it's best to do a colon cleanse after the liver cleanse, which I remember you saying last week. Yeah. And what I also did after the liver cleanse was an enema. Yeah. Which is, as you said, it's obviously it's the water going against gravity, but it was something to do, because I realized I had to do a colon cleanse. I understand now that you probably didn't do a full cleanse.
Yeah, the enema, you're kind of just, it's kind of manual, and you're just getting water in to flush it out.
Yes.
Irrigation is like a machine.
Yes, so I understand.
Irrigations are a machine. So a colonic irrigation, if you do that, that's a machine pumping water up. Yeah. That's different to an enema. That's different to an enema.
So it's better to now do a colon cleanse using like the slippery elm, fennel, and so on. Yes.
Yeah, but like what you did, the enemas is good, because the enemas, you're just getting water to just flush out whatever's left. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very invasive. Like the irrigation goes all the way up in you, like
all the way up.
literally forcing water up in you. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not saying it's
Leon,
bad.
can you do the cleanse during the day?
Say that again.
Can you do the cleanse during the day?
You gotta follow the steps. So the steps are very precise. So it's times. The day you're doing the cleanse, you fast. You have a nice light breakfast. Then you fast up to 6 o'clock. You can drink water if you want. Fast up to 6 o'clock. Then 7 o'clock, you take your Epsom salt water. Then 8 o'clock, you take your Epsom salt water. Then 9 o'clock, you take the olive oil lemon concoction, 200 milliliters, so half the bottle. Then 10 o'clock, you take the other half, and then you go to bed and you sleep on the right side. The right side is your liver, and you try and rest and just sleep. When you wake up at 6 o'clock, set your alarm to wake up at 6 o'clock. You take the Epsom salt drink again. That's when the flush starts. Like some people have said, the flush will probably start at night. So when you go to bed, chances are you're probably gonna have to go to toilet. Follow the steps. The steps are very, very important. You gotta follow the steps. Yeah.
Even if I don't have all the colon cleanse herbs, I can still use what I've got, isn't it? I think I've got 3 out of your list.
Yeah. When I'm listing herbs, it's not to use all of them. It's just the one that I listed, I think I listed 3, right?
No, I think you've got slippery elm, thyme, fennel, hyssop, and buckthorn.
Okay. In the group, I put 3 very powerful colon cleansing herbs.
Which ones?
WhatsApp. Did you read the instructions from the WhatsApp?
I didn't see that. I didn't see that there.
Yeah, in the WhatsApp, if you read the instructions, it says, let me just scroll up. Because I put aftercare as well, things to. Yeah. It says aftercare, and then I talk about what to do after the flush. And it says, use the following herbs following the flush to flush your colon. 1 part cascara, 2 part licorice, 3 part buckthorn. So those are 3 very powerful herbs for cleansing your colon. Cascara, licorice root, and buckthorn. So the people that are in the WhatsApp group, just scroll up, you'll have that information, yeah?
Where does the slippery one come into it?
That can be regular.
I can't remember the name, sorry.
Slippery elm, that can be regular. You can have that as tea most nights if you want.
What is it? Slippery elk?
Elm, E-L-M.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Slippery elm. New members don't see the old thing I posted. All right, so if anyone's a new member in the yeah, that's the point. They don't see the old things I posted.
Just one more thing, Leon. You know, last week you said something about hiccups. What did you say was good for hiccups?
I don't remember talking about hiccups.
You did. You said, somebody answered, he said, people were saying they have hiccups. And he said, what was good for hiccups? Really? Where did I get that from them? If it wasn't from you, I thought we spoke about hiccups last week. And you said, what was good for hiccups?
Well, let me see.
Sorry, it was me. It wasn't hiccups. It was actually mentioned that I cough, dry cough, and sometimes not phlegms, but in the morning, mainly when I wake up in the morning. And you suggested
No, it was hiccups.
Hiccups. I did say coughing, and then you did mention that I should have water because it sounds sounds more like dehydration. But
lemon water, if I remember correctly.
Sorry?
Lemon water.
Lemon water, like warm, yeah.
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 Okay, I must have heard it somewhere else then, because I thought, because I wrote this down knowing that you were coming on today to ask, because I thought I heard it last week, because I've been suffering from hiccups. And I thought, what did he say for hiccups?
It's probably, I'm just typing it now, but I guarantee you lemon water would be good for hiccups.
I have lemon water every morning.
How to cure hiccups. All you need all you need to do is grab a slice of lemon, dose it with a few drops of Angostura bitters, and then either eat the lemon slice. Yeah. I'm
Angostura bitters.
Huh?
Yeah, I just typed in lemon water for hiccups in Google and it just came up with a couple stuff. But yeah, so a lot of them are saying lemon and bitters, so you need to get yourself some strong bitters.
Okay.
Those same shops that people were posting in the chat, go to those shops and get you some bitters. So yeah, so you can get bitters from pretty much all of those shops. So lemon, water and bitters. And usually when people have issues with coughs or something to do with the throat, I always say, if you can take just lemon juice, just drink lemon juice and not water. So squeeze out the lemon juice, get yourself a lemon juice squeezer or whatever, and just drink the lemon juice like a shot. That's going to be more powerful than drinking lemon water. The water's obviously going to dilute it.
In the morning or before going to bed? Because in my case, it's like a chronic thing. Every morning when I wake up, without mistake, I cough, and then it stops. And it's not phlegm, it's just, I don't know.
Do you smoke?
I'd say morning and night.
Okay.
Yeah. But go for lemon juice as opposed to lemon water. Lemon juice. Lemons are so powerful.
Okay.
Lemons are so powerful. Like, if the lemons weren't sprayed with pesticides and herbicides and that sort of stuff, I'd tell people to eat even the skin, because the skin has powerful elements in it as well. But we know that most lemons are sprayed with stuff, so you want to take the skin off and just have the juice inside. But
or get the unwaxed lemon. They sell unwaxed lemon.
yeah, but the whole lemon is so powerful. It's more powerful than chemotherapy. That's how powerful the whole lemon is. So there's videos online that show you how to freeze the lemon and then grate it, the whole lemon. So everything, you're getting the skin, you're getting the juice, you're getting the seeds. And that grated lemon is more powerful than chemotherapy. Yeah, that's lemons. Lemons, for crying out loud. That's how powerful lemons are. All right. Yeah, if you want to be added to the WhatsApp group, I just need your full name and number. Limes, Dr. Sabi recommends key limes. So I don't know where you're going to get those from, but usually most of the limes that we see in the supermarkets are...
Sorry, key limes. What do you mean key limes? Are they the small ones you're talking about?
Yeah, just type in key limes. Those are the limes that Dr. Sabi recommends, key limes.
Right.
Yeah,
What about what about Artemisia annua? You know, the tincture.
Say that again, sorry.
Artemisia annua. It's like a tincture. It's an herb.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of just taking things in its natural form. So tinctures, they've been processed in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's good. Okay.
Oh. All right, people, this has been a long one today, but I'm hoping that you got some value off of it. And remember, starting October, everything is free, so let your friends and family know. Awesome. Is that number right? Awesome. Georgina, just check that number for me, please. I don't think it's got the right amount of digits. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4. Oh yes, it has. Sorry. 1, 7, 5, 8. Right. Because I need to get off because my eyes are.
Leon, thank you very much.
Thank you for joining
I'm
me.
very grateful for it. I'm going to be writing to you guys this week to get send my password and so on to start the course, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send it to the email that we've sent to you with regards to technical support. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thanks,
Leon.
Leon.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Leon, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hi there, Leon. It's Shola. Did you get my details, the WhatsApp group?
Let me see. Yeah, I've just seen it, so I'm gonna add you as well, Shola.
Okay. How do I get all the past stuff? Because is this related to the course as well that I paid for? Or
have you paid for the course? Yeah.
Yeah, a few months ago.
So you've got you're getting the emails, yeah? Yeah,
I'm getting the emails, but I've just been so busy. I thought that it stopped after the official course finished.
No, once you log in, the course is all pre-recorded. It's an e-learning course.
Sorry. Do you know the one-to-ones that was on a Friday when you paid for the course? I thought after those when they're finished, I thought there'd be no more Zoom sessions.
The Friday one on Facebook, you mean?
Yeah, I got confused.
Yeah, no, I stopped that one because we weren't really getting a good response on that one. So it's just these Sunday ones we're doing now for Q&As, yeah?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But if you need any help, like once I add you to the WhatsApp group, just message me any questions you got, that sort of stuff, yeah?
Okay. Have you got the recordings of all of the ones on Friday? Or do you not record?
Oh yeah, the Friday ones on Facebook.
Yeah, you got all the recordings.
Go to Facebook Live, so as long as you're in that group, you just scroll up and you'll see all the Facebook.
Okay, great.
If I only joined the Facebook now, will I still be able to see all the recordings and everything?
Yeah, you can scroll up and see everything that's in the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let me just quickly put that in. www.facebook.com.
Leon, when you finish doing that, I need to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Finish doing what you was doing, then I'll.
Oh no, I've put it in the group now. That's for anyone who wants to see the stuff in the WhatsApp group. Not WhatsApp, Facebook. All of our previous lives are the Facebook lives for the Friday sessions. There's about 4, 5, or 6 of them in there. You can scroll and watch them and read the comments and that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yes, brother. Go ahead.
Okay. I subscribed on the course during lockdown. Is that open to me until the end of this year? Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, and I need to pay again. Is that correct? If I want to continue.
Yeah, if you want to continue, like we're updating the course in January because there's going to be new information. I'm always learning stuff, so we're updating the course in January. So everyone who's booked onto the course, you've got the course content for the rest of the year. So people booked on from June, they can watch the lectures, watch the lessons, the modules. Remember, there's loads of bonus material in there as well from previous events. So you can watch all of that as many times as you want until January 1st.
Okay. Another thing is basically I've been overweight since I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Would I need to do a colon cleanse? I'm guessing because I've just been eating junk food since that day.
So colon cleanse. I'd say liver cleanse first. Flush out the liver, then go on to the colon cleanse. After the cleanse, like we were saying in this chat, you got to get your bitters in. Get the bitters in and then start getting these nutrients in. You need herbs that are high in iron, and then you need to be on plants more than anything else. Now, it doesn't mean 100% plants. You don't have to be on a 100% plant-based diet, but you need to be getting the plants in. And as you go through the course, you'll understand why. It's not just eat your greens, they're good for you. No, we have a spiritual connection to the plants because of our biology. Melanin and chlorophyll are like cousins. Melanin is the black pigment, chlorophyll is the green pigment.
That's why Osiris is green.
That's why Osiris is green. And remember, even though he's green, what did they call Osiris? What was his nickname? The perfect
black.
The perfect black. So we have a spiritual connection between us and plants. So black people, we need to be on a plant-based diet. Doesn't have to be 100%, but we need to be mainly on a plant-based diet. So we do the flush, cleanse, and then we start taking in good nutrition. Go on.
Because I'm really struggling on it, because like I literally have no access to fridge space at all. It's very erratic for me to get freezer or fridge space.
Oh, wow.
So I'm struggling. I've been eating out a lot. It's just I've been all over the place. So
Well, it's a journey. Like I say on the course, you're not going to change anything overnight. So there's some people that go from eating chicken to eating fish. That's transition. There's some people that go from eating fish to maybe what they class as vegan food, yeah? So if you're eating out, you might just go from eating out at junk food restaurants to eating out at vegan restaurants. That's a transition, yeah? And over time, hopefully, other things will improve as well. Over time, hopefully, other things will improve. But the nutrition course that I'm doing through October, very simple course. It will give you like a thorough understanding of what you're learning on the Black Holistic Health course. Plus, at the end of it, we're doing a live meal prep tutorial.
How much is it for that?
Oh, it's free during October. During November, we're going to start charging. So the classes are free. So you're getting all the information for free. And then at the end of the month, we're doing a live meal prep where you can watch us through Zoom prepare a plant-based meal, like a healthy plant-based meal using things that you've probably got in your home right now.
Please put me on that course. Send me the email for that, because I'm definitely going to get onto it.
Oh, most definitely. I'm going to add you to the WhatsApp group. So all of this is going to be put in the WhatsApp group, yeah? So you'll get the links, the Zoom links. You can share them with your friends and family. It's all going to be free throughout October. It will continue in November, but that's for the people who want to pay for it. But it's going to be free throughout October.
When you have to pay for it, how much is it going to be and what's the period?
It's we haven't confirmed it, but it's not going to be as much as the Black Holistic Health course, put it that way. So the Black Holistic Health course, if you use the discount code, you probably paid £99, or you might have paid £149. Whatever you paid, this nutrition course, which is a simplified version for people that don't want to go too deep with the knowledge, this one's going to be cheaper than that one.
How long will it last for?
For the whole of October and the whole of November. Obviously, October's free, and in November, you're going to be paying.
And then when you pay in November, is it just for the month or is it longer than that?
It's for the month, but because it's the first time we're doing it, because we're actually going to be doing tutorials showing you how to make the food. Because we've never done it before, we're going to be making mistakes and trying to see where to put the laptop so you can see what we're doing and that sort of stuff. So we don't want to say it's going to be for 3 months when we don't even know how it's going to work. So we'll do the first one throughout November. And from the feedback that we get from the people that book onto it, you know, that they could see everything was clear. They've been doing the meals at home. It's very easy. Then we'll know what to do for the second time we run it.
Right. Will you record it the second time round when you're doing it in November then? Will you do it like, for those who are paying for it, would they be able to get the recording of it?
Yeah, they'll be able to watch replays of it. Yeah, so
right, yeah.
Every class will be recorded, and the people who book onto the course will be able to watch replays. The people who don't, you get the free lectures throughout October, and that's it. You just get freeness throughout October. The people who pay for the course, you'll get the previous recordings from October, so you can re-watch those, and then obviously the Zoom tutorials where we show you how to prepare plant-based meals. If you miss them, you'll be able to watch them again.
Thank you.
Okay, that sounds great to me.
Yeah, October's going to be crazy, man.
Now you're really going to another level now, aren't you? You're really taking it to the next level.
Yeah, definitely. Like the amount every time I learn something new, I'm like, every black person needs to learn this. So obviously I gotta think, I'm running the business, so I gotta think on the business side of things. But you see October, Black History Month, everything's gonna be free. So no one has an excuse to not know this stuff, not learn this stuff.
Like even Dr. Africa or even everyone living on this level that you're going to at the moment, you know.
Thank you.
I'm not no disrespect to them, because obviously they're at ancestors and elders. We need to respect it, but you taking that to the next level.
And that's what we're supposed to do. Like, I wouldn't be here. When you go through the course, you're sure if you get to the module where I show you that Dr. Leila Africa endorsed the course. He put his stamp of approval.
Yeah, well, I remember seeing that with
you seen that video?
The recording, yeah.
The recording where he says, yeah, this is the course that you need to get on, because I told him I wouldn't be doing this course if it wasn't for your books, bro. Like, you're my master teacher. And he just couldn't believe that what I'd done with his knowledge. He's like, wow, you made a Black holistic health course. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, let me talk about your course and blah, blah, blah. And he was even saying things like, give me your email, just give me your number. And I'm like, Dr. Leila Africa, what's my number?
Yeah, that's something special. Normally, as you know from his lectures, he's very matter-of-factly.
Yeah.
And detached. So if he's asking for your number, I'll know that he rates your stuff.
Listen, I know his temperament. I've grown up watching him and that sort of stuff. So I know he's matter of fact. I know he doesn't like interviews. I know he don't like
social interaction most of the time.
Yeah. So the response that he gave me was just amazing, absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe it, and it just gives me that impetus to keep on going. Because if I'm getting that from one of the greatest, must be doing something right. Yes. All right, people. I'm coming off now. We talked about eyes. I've been on this for a little while now, so let's all protect our eyes now.
So what eye weight in future?
Yeah.
When you do this, what eyewear are you gonna do? What eye protection are you gonna be getting?
That's the thing. I don't wear eye protection because I rely on the sun. Not that the sun's gonna save me from everything, because come next year when the 5 thing comes in, and I probably might need some blue blockers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There are things you can do. You can dim the light on your desktop. You can dim the light on your phone as well. So
have you ever thought about investing that though, actually, as a business, to add that to your business, or getting some glasses that block UV light?
That's a
or some contact lenses or something like that.
That is a bloody good idea.
Well, not contact lenses, glasses lenses, which you can sell to people.
No, yeah, blue blockers, yeah, for black people. Like, you just.
Well, just for people in general, you can sell that to anybody. No, wait there. You can sell that to everybody. You can get glasses, because when people, a lot of us now are going to be hooked to our PCs for hours on end, because we're going to have to do our work and everything on there.
Yeah.
So if you can get the actual lenses, like glass lenses, and actually make them, maybe customize them even, and sell them to people, you could make millions, thousands, millions maybe off that.
True. It's a good idea.
It has a night light.
What was that?
Windows 10 has a night light you can switch on in settings.
Right. Yeah, it's true. Like, next year, the fact of the matter is everyone's eyesight is going to kind of go down. It's funny that we're in year 2020 and they say you need to have 2020 vision, innit?
Yeah.
None of us are going to have that because of all of this stuff. None of us.
What, is it because of the 5G you said? Or?
That's one. That's just all of the things that we're being attacked by. Again, light is invisible. We can't see the attack. None of us can see this attack. None of us can see this attack. None of us can see the attacks that happen on our eyes when we go outside. It's all invisible. And 5G is invisible. We don't know what it's going to be doing, but it's doing something. It's going to be doing a lot. So I always say you got to use this knowledge as self-defense, not just things to know. We're using this knowledge as self-defense, because you think things were bad this year. This is the new normal.
Exactly.
not going back.
I can't wait basically because I know everybody else is going to be going crazy and we're just going to be sound. So like, I'm loving it. I'm just loving this chaos right now because people are starting to see what idiots the government really is.
That's it.
Basically, these last few months have just taught people that those that don't know, the sheep amongst us, that the government cannot be trusted.
Yeah. But we need to understand this is the new normal. There's no going back to normal now. There's none of that. They're not gonna next year say, okay, there's no more coronavirus. Everyone can, stop wearing masks. We're not gonna go through with the vaccines. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. No, they're going through with everything. So this is the new normal, unfortunately, unless we do something about it. All right, on that note.
Okay, then, good night. Thanks for your time.
Melatonin, time. So big up everyone.
Mom.
Right.
Yeah, bye.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks, Leon. Take
You
care.
too. Thanks very much.
Have a great week.
Keep up good work, King.
See
Will
ya.
do.
Bye bye.
Will do.
Good night, King.
Good night.
Blessings.